All right, guys, I am excited to bring to you today Rufia Nigro. She owns 27 oceanfront condos. Yes, you heard me right. 27 oceanfront condos right here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We're talking about $10 million worth of Myrtle Beach oceanfront condos. She's been in this business, that short-term vacation rental business, through oceanfront condos for 17 years. She's going to answer all of your questions about owning and operating, competitive advantage, HOA, nightmare guest stories. I mean, you name it, we're going to dive into it. Let's get into the video now. All right, guys, let's get in unit 1207 right here at the Grand Atlantic. Now, as soon as you walk in, you're going to notice a very beautiful foyer. There is a lockout room right here on the other side. We're going to get into that in a minute. But first, I want to take you into this lovely unit. All right, we've got a bedroom here, as you can see. Nice lighting, cool little view. Check that out. Not bad. Of course, a closet there. We have another room across the hall. Same similar setup, as you can see. Two nice sized beds. Now this leads over to the bathroom. It's kind of Jack and Jillish. As you'll see here, tub shower combo. Check that out. Nice tiny bathroom. Now, you got a washer and dryer stackable. You do have a kitchen here. As you can see, very wide open space. It effortlessly flows into the dining room and the living room. Very open concept. Stove, microwave, refrigerator, dishwasher. Dining room, as you can see. Living room. You can see now to my left, that's the master. We're going to get in there in just a minute. Check this out, guys. What I want you to see is the moneymaker. This balcony right here. Now, as you can see, there's sand and ocean right in front of you. That's what your guests are looking for. See some of the amenities down below. Now this balcony does extend to the master, which we're just going to go into in just a second. Let's go check that master out. Look at that, guys. Absolutely gorgeous. Nice closet. Again, balcony, as you can see, and closet. Oops, see here, and the master bath. Nice light fixture up top, nice design on the wall decor, and that wraps it up, guys. That's unit 1207. Oh, before I wrap it up, let's go check out this lockout unit. Another whole unit on this side. Excellent. You know, you have couples or families. A whole nother unit over this way. Look at that super cool balcony. I'm gonna get to in just a minute. Flat screen, mirror, sitting area, all the space you need. All the space you need. Another balcony, as you can see. Ocean view. And that wraps it up. Oh, I thought it wrapped it up. Look at me. All right, guys, there's another whole bathroom right here of this lockout unit with a closet. And finally, I can say that wraps it up. We've seen it all. You do Google Vacation Rentals, that website.
I think our listing is on VRBO, and VRBO
puts it on there.
Puts it on many different websites.
Okay.
And that's also another lesson for you guys
Let's
to
hear
know.
it. Let's hear it.
So they put it on the Google Rent, and we got a few rentals. We were so happy. 6 or 7 of them, it was a fraud.
Oh, that's not cool.
And we lost the money. And we learned the lesson the hard way that Google website, there is no checking on the credit card. Nobody checks them out. And they do the last minute reservation, and they claimed it was not them.
Oh, wow.
And so we lost 6 or 7 of the reservation. It was 10 to 12,000.
Wow. Do you still use them?
No. We just said now we can accept or not accept. I guess there was an option that we can say we don't want to rent to them.
Yep, absolutely. So not a good experience there. All right, and as far as your direct booking website, what percentage of do you do a lot of business through that? How do you market it? Do you put it on Facebook?
No, actually, I did not do, and we don't do. As I said, that we could make much more money if we really would spend time. But I just started my website because I want to tell my customers that all these my properties in one location they can go see. But I really didn't do any work on it. But people gradually, when they rent from us and they're very happy, and they always talk and text and stuff, then I tell them that this is the website. So they even suggest, if we rent through your website, are we going to save money? And the answer is yes, because they don't pay the VRBO or Airbnb fees when they book directly with us. And that's how people started to come through our website.
Saves them money, saves you money.
If I advertise my website, which I like to do, and be completely away from Airbnb.
No doubt. Now, let's talk about average occupancy per bedroom. What would you say your average occupancy is for like your 1 bedrooms or 2 bedrooms or 4 bedrooms? I mean, are you at 80% for the year? Are you at 85? Are you at 90% for the year?
I can even say that I am actually 90%. We're always booked. I mean, in summer we're 100% booked. Maybe we miss a few days or a week in May. May usually is not that high season for us. And it depends when Easter is located. If Easter is in March or April would be good. March is always good because March is the last minute rental. Yes. Okay. Oh yeah, we were talking another time. You asked me about the rent last minute. Some people said that they put it high because people didn't arrive. I don't agree with that.
So, no, really?
No.
No,
you have to have it right. You sometimes you feel that you're gonna get that price, but then you also might miss. And then what's the point of it? It's better to have it the right, reasonable rate and way in advance. So a lot of people rent very, very in advance. We have a lot of rental for 2025.
Get out.
Yeah. No.
That fast?
Yeah, and I'm surprised. I said, wow, really?
Wow.
Because of 4 bedrooms. I have a lot of 4 bedrooms, and 4 bedrooms not that many in the market.
Do you notice that 4 bedrooms rent better than the faster, a lot faster than the 1s and the 2s and the 3s?
Way in advance.
Way in advance.
Yeah, the 4 bedrooms.
Wow. That's interesting. All right, guys. So I'm excited to get into a cash scenario purchase for the Grand Atlantic 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom. Now, I want to tell you real quick, guys, that before you run off looking at these numbers, keep in mind that Rufia says the Grand Atlantic is the most profitable units and the most profitable Myrtle Beach Oceanfront condo investment that she's made. All right, guys, your average sold price in the previous 2 years was $503,100. Your average gross rental income was $77,194. Your Airbnb platform fee was $2,315.81. If you subtract that $2,315.81 from the $77,194, you do arrive at a subtotal of $74,877.83. Your taxes for 2023 were $4,622.55. Your cleaning costs, we have you at $9,000. That is at 30 cleanings for $300 per cleaning. It is a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom. It's a large unit. Your excise tax was $595. That's for your City of Myrtle Beach business license. Your local hospitality and accommodations tax is $2,315.81. That is 1.5% to the City of Myrtle Beach of your gross rental income, and then 1.5% to Horry County of your gross rental income. Finally, your annualized HOA dues were $23,928, bringing you to a subtotal of $40,461.36. If you subtract that subtotal from the above subtotal of $74,877.83, you arrive at a projected profitability of $34,416.47. Now, guys, that is a total cash-on-cash return of 7% for your money. And again, if you did make just $5,000 more in gross rental income, you'd be right there at $39,416.47. It's obvious that you like the 4 bedrooms more.
If the profit, it's better for 1 bedrooms.
Yeah. For sure.
Right now, I think I have a lot of 4 bedrooms. If I want to buy, I would buy 1 bedrooms now.
Now you would?
Yeah, more I would buy 1 bedroom. It depends on the price. If the 1 bedroom they're selling it at for $200,000,
no doubt.
I'm not sure.
So, who do you consider your main competition?
Sorry, I don't know. I am not actually very sure. The resort also rents out.
Yep, for sure.
But a lot of time when people rent from me and they would never go back to the resort, rents from the resort, because I take care of my condos and I have a fully kitchen. The resort, if you go to the resort and rent one of their condos, you hardly see anything in the kitchen.
Okay. Wow.
I try to always, before my husband didn't agree with me, why did you put so many plates? I said, put more, it's okay. So we put so many things.
Yeah.
When people come here, they never want to go back and book from the resort.
Wow.
That's my experience.
So why is it, do you think, that by self-managing, you make so much more money than the on-site people?
Yeah, that's so funny, right?
Yeah, but what
at
is
it? At the beginning, I thought people automatically had this idea in their head that if they book directly, they would save money and they wouldn't even check the resort's rent. I really believe it. A lot of people rent from us and then we check, the resort was renting it less.
Wow.
And they rented from us. And
I wonder why.
At the beginning, it was like people automatically thought that they would save money if they go directly to the owner than to the resort.
Yeah.
But then when they rent and they like it and they want to come back and they want to book my other properties because I take care of them.
You take care of them. So why do you think that the on-site, what do you do different that the on-site property manager doesn't do?
No, I really don't know because
don't they use the same websites?
Like Monty, maybe he sees this tape. I don't know. Monty is the person in Britain thing. As I said, he flew to Florida and took me to lunch and wanted to sell me to give my properties to him. And he had this print out that how much they make. So he put it in there and he says, you see how much we make, and so I'll give you whatever you make. Why do you want to work? Just go sit down, go travel, and I give you. This is what we make. And I looked at his list. I was making more than him. I said, how can you afford? This is Caribbean, exact same unit. I'm making more than you. So how are you going to pay me and still make money?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I don't know why I was making more. I don't understand. I have a lot of good reviews on the VRBO and the stuff, and I don't really know.
Yeah, so I see that all the time. When I'm in the MLS, I will see that the self-managing clients will make a lot more money than
I think people like to deal with the owner.
I think so too. I think they don't want to call and deal with the front desk. They want to call somebody that's like a peer, a friend, somebody they feel like they can relate to, and they're renting your place. It's just like a friend, you know what I mean? Like they don't want to call a big business and get put on hold or get some kind of message. You got to push 0 to get an operator.
Right, exactly.
They don't want to deal with that.
No, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
And and they feel that they can being taken care of if they deal with the owner.
They feel like they know you. They got a good feeling about you on the phone when they talk to you or whatever, and they trust that you'll take care of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Also busy.
What we're seeing here is tons of on-site demand. These are all the people that are renting oceanfront condos. Beach access.
Okay, we don't have to go further. This is it.
There's the resort.
Some areas has the long.
So what role does hospitality play in this? Because it sounds like hospitality is a big part of your business. You creating that experience. I mean, how many phone calls a day do you have like that? How many text messages? Like, talk to us a little bit about hospitality. Like, how do you treat your guests?
When I had less condos, I had more time to talk to my customers. But right now I really don't have time, especially I'm not doing this that much. My husband likes to talk. So when they talk, my husband is very personable and him being also American. So they might ended up to went to the same university, same city. So they get into that, and he makes friends with them. For me, I don't know. They just saw my name Rufia over and over and over in a lot of the condos. They feel comfortable.
Yeah. They feel like you're in this business.
Yeah,
you're well established.
They know what I'm doing. Because they said every time when I get the inquiries, he said or she that every time I look and I see your property and you have tons of reviews, and so they're happy just to see all the good reviews, and also somebody is there all the time. And whenever I come here, if I'm here, they say, we want to meet with you, and I try to meet with them sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. So hospitality is a very large part of your business.
Right.
You make people feel welcome.
Yes.
You make them feel special when they're on the phone with you.
Right.
If you can stop by to see somebody, you're going to do that if they ask to meet you. Now kind of walk me through how you do that, but you're an out of state investor. So do you think that you are disadvantaged because you live out of state? And
of course. Yeah.
So kind of.
I wish I told my husband many times, if I didn't have grandkids in Florida, I would move to Myrtle Beach.
Yep.
First of all, I love Myrtle Beach.
More than Florida?
I don't know. Because of my properties are here. These are my babies.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, every day when I wake up, I say, okay, what to do? And I love it. Then when it's done, when I go back home, when I have dinner, it's just like I accomplished a lot. In Florida, most of my job is just by the phone. By the phone and email and text doesn't give me the satisfaction. That's my personality. I like physical. I like to come here and see everything is good and paint till 10 o'clock at night. That's me. So then when I go, I love it. So, but you asked me something.
So you're an out-of-state investor.
So
are you at a disadvantage? If you could be here, you'd be here, one, and then two. Something I really want to hone in on is you called the condos your babies.
Oh yeah.
So guys, she is not a person that is and the reason why I'm hammering in on this is because I'm interested in the making of an investor CEO. You know, what does it look like to be, you are a successful CEO of your business. You lead your company, you're building wealth, you have a product. I mean, it's very, very much an actual business. And I want people to see that you are an executive of your own business and you're waking up every day. And she called her condos babies. In other words, it's intimate for her. It is personal for her. You know, this is something that she holds dear to her, that she guards, that she's always looking how to make it better and improve. And it's not something that you're just going to, you know, you have to be all in.
Yeah,
you know,
it's not just about making money for me, really. That's
okay.
how it is. That's how maybe I make more money.
Yeah.
Because it's really not. Like my husband, sometimes I say, okay, take this picture, and he says, that doesn't bring us more money. People would still rent this with that picture. I said, yeah, but I don't like it. I don't like it. I want a different picture. I want different light fixtures. And I know, and I've been to many condos, when I buy them first, I cannot believe how they are able to rent and make that much money from that condo, because it takes me a few weeks to just get the garbage and get the stuff, broken stuff that left in the cabinet that nobody check on them out of here, and just make it just decent so I can bring the stuff in. Yeah.
So would you think that that's probably why people trust your condos, because they can see that, you know, once they rent this place and they've been here, they can see that you've taken great care of it, you've treated it like it's your own,
right?
And you know, they're getting to step into your level of care and all that you've done for them in the way of hospitality, how well you take care of it, you paint the little spots, you come down. You know, talk to me about traveling back and forth. How many times a year are you here doing like little knick-knack things?
Okay, to go back to what you said, the disadvantage to not to be here. Yes, you don't know how many times our life saved because we were here and something happened. Like the other day, the block box that they had to put a key for this condo, they put the wrong key in this condo, and the people go a mile away to get that key. And they were with the small kids at the 10 o'clock at night, with the grandma on the walker and the stuff. They were coming to the condo, and then the kid doesn't open the door. And they called me and said, this key doesn't work. But thank God I was here, and just 2 buildings down there. I said, I'll come right now. It took me 2 minutes.
Yes.
I got there and I gave them the right key, and I checked them in, and I looked at the key. Yes, the key was wrong.
Yes.
That happened. Actually, the first time that happened, my cleaning people, they made mistakes. They put the wrong key in there. That doesn't usually happen.
That's the first time that's ever happened?
That's actually the first time that happened.
17 years. Yeah. 17 years, first time that's ever happened.
Yeah. But a lot of different things. If I was like a lot of the pictures on the website is the old pictures. And I do all the time, change the light fixture, change the couch, change the pictures. For me to take the whole new picture to put it online, I have to be here.
Yeah, absolutely.
If I'm not here and I hire a photographer, then I look at the pictures, thing is not the way that I want to be. One chair there, one bed spread here, one curtain is like that. And I tell the photographer, oh, you saw the curtain was hanging not right.
Why didn't you fix it?
He said, oh, I just go to take a picture. And then I asked my cleaning people, please make sure the condo is ready for the photo. But
so basically, guys, the investor that picks up an oceanfront condo and hands it off to a property manager is not going to be doing what Rufia does. She literally pays attention to every single detail. She is invested in it all the way through and through. So, you know, I mean, you know, there are these investors that will, you know, I'm going to buy one, I'll hand it off to a property manager. You know, they don't have that fire underneath them where it's their baby. You know what I mean? And then they get upset that their unit doesn't do well.
Yeah.
You pass it off to a property manager. You're not really invested in it. You're going to get in this. You're going to get out of this what you put into it. You put a lot of care. You know, so how many times a year do you think that you travel back and forth?
We come 2 times.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But every time 3 weeks.
That's it though. That's not bad.
But me and my husband, really these 3 weeks.
Yeah.
There is no Saturday or Sunday or Thanksgiving. We were here Thanksgiving. We
Yeah.
were working.
Yeah.
It's not like we don't. I just actually took a shower this morning because I was meeting you.
Yes, I called her on the phone and she's like, I didn't even bring any makeup. I didn't bring anything. I'm here to work. And anyways, we ended up getting it together. Now let's run through a financing scenario purchase right here at the Grand Atlantic for a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom. That average sold price in the previous 3 years was $503,100. Your down payment on that of 20% was $100,620. Your average gross rental income was $77,194. And then your Airbnb platform fee was $2,315.81. If you subtract that $2,315.81 from the $77,194 in gross rental income, it does bring you to a subtotal of as much as $74,877.83. Now, your principal and interest for using financing was $36,276. That assumes an 8.25% interest rate over 30 years. Your taxes for 2023, $4,622.55. Cleaning services, $300 per cleaning at 30 cleanings. It could be less, it could be more. That's $9,000 total for the year. Your excise tax for that City of Myrtle Beach business license was $595. Your local hospitality and accommodations tax was $2,315.81. That's 1.5% to the City of Myrtle Beach of your gross rental income, and then an additional 1.5% of your gross rental income to Horry County. And then your annualized HOA dues are $23,928. Now that brings you to a subtotal of $76,737.36. Obviously, that $76,737.36 in operational expenses is higher than your above subtotal of $74,877.83, bringing you to a projected loss of $1,859.53. Guys, keep in mind that Rufia says that the Grand Atlantic is the most profitable Myrtle Beach Oceanfront condo investment that she's made. I know that these numbers don't suggest that, but we have contradictory evidence from someone who owns over $10 million worth of Myrtle Beach Oceanfront condos. I would imagine that she knows what she's talking about. So just because some investors weren't successful there, and just because the average gross rental income that I pulled there didn't show that it is profitable, I would trust Rufia over these numbers. Now, guys, if you just made $5,000 more, you would be profitable $3,140.47, or $10,000 more, that is $8,140.47. You stay competitive by making sure that you put your heart in what you're doing. You know that you do better than the on-site property manager, and you do better than a lot of the other owners because you're personally looking after all the details of the units.
Right.
And you're bringing your heart to the table.
Yeah.
And that's the secret to staying competitive, because there's plenty of other owners out there that aren't doing that.
I don't know anybody like me doing this in Myrtle Beach. I don't think so.
I'm going to say it.
I mean, maybe Gosha is doing it.
Gosha. Matt Freeze, Gosha. Matt owns 11 oceanfront condos, and he's doing the same thing. He's painting. He comes in from out of state. Okay, so guys, I'm going to say it again because it might seem really simple, but the most profound things in life are simple. The competitive advantage that Rufia has with owning 27 oceanfront condos is that she puts her whole heart into what she's doing. She's excellent at it. She's bought into it. This is her baby. She treats it like that, and that's why her condos rent well. That's why she doesn't worry about making a profit. She knows as long as she keeps her heart in this thing and she's doing right by all the people that are going to rent these units, the profits are going to show up. It's really a service, ultimately.
Yeah,
ultimately. Yeah. So that's the secret to being competitive and beating the competition. Put your heart into it. Like, really. Like, not I'm going to pass it off to a property manager and hope for the best.
Yeah, exactly. Very simple advice. If they're thinking, buying one and just thinking about profit, there are other things they can do to make a profit. Yeah. This is something that they have to like, and it's investment on the property also, in real estate. And also, I mean, they have to think about growing it by one or two, I don't know. My daughter, actually, I made my daughter to buy too. When at the beginning I was buying, she has to, and she makes a good money with just two.
Yeah. So this is something
But
that's
when I'm here, I take care of her property.
absolutely.
She doesn't.
Yeah. So obviously this is something that can be taught and passed to your kids. And I mean, is that part of your plan? Do you plan on, all these condos you've bought and owned? Do you plan on passing some of them down?
I mean, my kids have enough money on their own. I'm the bottom of them, so they're not. But of course, when I'm not here, so
Yeah,
these are
absolutely.
what they get. But no, I think at some point we're gonna, when we much older.
Yeah.
We're old now, but
No,
when
you're
we're
not
much
old.
older.
60, 60 is the new 40. Come on.
That is true, actually. But then at some point we might just sell it to something else. But I really don't know what. Why? What else? Because
It's a good fit for you.
yeah, it's a big. We're used to it now.
Yeah.
As I say, it's like our babies.
So, what piece of advice would you give yourself 17 years ago? Like right now, if you had to give yourself one piece of advice, you're getting started on this investing journey, and you're saying, "Hey, Rufia, this is what you got to do." What would you say?
No, I think actually I was lucky that by accident I got into this line of business.
Yeah.
I think it was just luck, but turned out to be good, and we're happy. Right now, at this point, really, I'm not thinking about any. I always thought about different investment. I look at many different businesses. Whatever you say, I looked into it.
Okay.
And a lot of them I even did it. But this one just worked out. Just worked out fine.
It was definitely a good fit.
Yeah, it was a good fit.
Yeah, but what's that one piece of advice that if you had to look back through, the last 17 years of investing, that maybe could have sped the process up for you or helped you a lot, or if you would have done this one thing, maybe it would have been a little bit better for you.
I really don't understand the question.
So like, when you were first owning and operating investments, oceanfront condos, maybe your first 5 years, did you worry a lot?
Yeah, I was worried about a lot, but that was a learning process too. And whatever I did, I had no other. I know what you're asking. I don't really know what because whatever I did, yeah, I wish I could buy much more, faster,
much sure.
faster.
Yeah,
but could I? No, I didn't have money.
Okay.
So I had to wait and buy slowly.
Build them up organically.
Build them up, yes.
A little bit as you made the profit come in and stuff like that.
Right.
So, but like, did you ever stress that you didn't have what it took to build, to own so many and to go this distance? Did you ever get afraid that you were going to buy one and it wasn't going to work out well?
No.
Were you ever paralyzed by fear? How long did you think about owning and operating an oceanfront condo before you actually did it? Do you think 2 years, 3 years? I mean, I feel like our average investor thinks maybe about 2 years before they actually go ahead and call me and say, all right, I'm going to do this.
As I said, I got into it by not choosing, by just accident, because how I started was planned to just buy and not to get into rental, package rental. Just buy pre-construction and sell it and make a profit and go to the next profit. But when I ended up not to be able to sell it, then I figured out
that I have to. It was a blessing in disguise.
Exactly. So I ended up to
manage it,
and then
that was it. It was all she wrote.
That was it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, looking back 17 years ago, what would you say to yourself? Would you tell yourself this is going to be phenomenal? Go for it. Would you encourage yourself? Would you say, hey, don't worry so much? All this is going to work out well.
They have to have the personality.
That's what I was going to get at.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of my friends that are familiar with what I'm doing. They think I'm crazy.
All right, so you have to have the personality.
Yes, you have to have the personality. As I said, a lot of my friends that they know me, they think I'm crazy doing this.
Okay.
But you have to have a personality. I enjoy it. I love it. So, but if you don't have the personality, that's a different story. If you just want to do something for making money, you have to see for yourself if that's right for you. But I really like the job. I like the owning the place myself
Yep.
and taking care of it myself and not to giving it to the management company. I like to have a full control
Yep.
of what am I doing. Even when
Yep.
they do uplift, I
Yep.
never ever give it to them. I do it myself. So you have to have the right personality. That's all I can say.
Would you say that you're a hard worker?
I'm a very, very hard worker.
Okay, so like, are you up early in the morning and you work till the nighttime?
That's why I love Myrtle Beach, because when I come here and I have all these properties to take care of, I am up early and I go to bed 12 a.m. and I work constantly and I'm happy.
And you're happy.
But when I am in Florida and no, I sleep in, which I don't like, but what else I'm gonna do? That's the bad business for me now that I am in Florida.
Yeah.
I was always thinking, I wish I had this in Florida where I live, or I could live here, because that gives me a purpose. Every day, this one gives me a purpose.
Yeah, for sure,
really,
for sure.
when I'm
So
here.
investing is not for the faint of heart. It's not for everybody. You got to have the personality for it. Do you think that people, as they start to do it, can grow into that as they buy 1 and 2 and 3 units? Do you think it's something that they can start to learn?
Oh, they can start to learn. Learning, it's not a big deal, especially right now. It's much easier than when I got into it.
No doubt.
And you have a lot of information, including this.
Including this right here. That's right. That's right.
Of course they can. It depends if they want to or not.
All right, guys, so let's cover appreciation for 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom units right there at the Grand Atlantic. Now, in 2014, if you would have purchased a unit, your average unit would have had a sold price of $310,000. You fast forward to 2024, we're talking $503,100. Come on now. That's $193,100 in appreciation. Guys, 19 grand a year. The average sold price in the last 2 years was $503,100. We're talking about $19,000 a year. Where can you go and find an investment that's going to generate annual profits like Oceanfront Condos and then appreciate to the tune of 19 grand a year? Come on. It sounds like a savvy investment to me. All right, now let's work through depreciation. That is at a $503,100 purchase price over 39 years. You do have an income deduction, a taxable income deduction of $12,900. You could, for all you high income earners, take off a lot more than that in a given year, up to $30,000 by doing a cost segregation study. Get with a CPA that specializes in them and see if you can do them on your short-term vacation rental properties. You very much can, and see if it applies, and it is a smart advanced tax strategy for you. So let's talk through the variants there at the Grand Atlantic Resort for 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom units that are oceanfront, not ocean view. Unit 912 in 2022 made $77,656.03, while Unit 1101 in 2023 made $76,731.25, bringing you to an average gross rental income of $77,194.